Hey, I'm Royal.
Hey, I'm Hilda. We love music, and we love sharing it from Texas to the world.
We invite you to watch our Tejano music show every Thursday through Latino Radio TV on Facebook and YouTube at 9:30 p.m. Miami time.
You can also listen to the show Friday at 7:30 p.m. Miami time on LatinoRadioTV.com.
Enjoy the show through the app.
Don't wait and download it.
Let's enjoy the music together.
Sigue con nosotros. Vive la magia Latino Radio TV.
Hey, how's it going? This is Roy with ACTITUD y PASIÓN by Latino Radio TV. This is Tejano Music Show, and my beautiful co-host Hilda Peña is here with us. Hilda, how did you like that promo, man?
Oh my God, yeah, it was cool. Wow.
That was you, girl.
Yeah.
You are a superstar, man. It's awesome.
Oh my God,
and
yes.
you know, I was trying to get together with Erica, and she goes, man, what about some music? And they go, and man, she put some good music there.
That was some awesome music. I was fixing to get it. How are you?
So
how was your day?
Hey, chingona, how's it going? ¿Cómo te va?
Hi, how are you?
Besitos. And here we go, face user. Hey, ¿qué pasó, Juan? Juan Bautista, is that you?
Or is that our stalker?
Or is it the other stalker? So how was your day, Hilda? What's going on, man?
It was las chenchas, like always. Those are my granddaughters.
So funny, man. Yeah. You're hilarious, man, because you...
They're my love.
You say that. The way you say that, las chenchas.
Instead of calling them by names, because I always forget their
Chencha 1, Chencha 2, Chencha 3.
Chencha 1, 2, 3, and 4. So,
let me see. Let me see. The video starts on my laptop here. So yeah, man, pretty good day. Let's see. I went to Golden Corral to eat with my mom, and I had some fish. I put crab salad on the bottom, and then I put the greens on top and mix it up. I don't know. I'm weird that way, but I had some fish, and that's all I ate. I had one plate, and another one of salad-y. Good time. Then I took my mom shopping. ¿Qué pasó? Dice, Latino Radio TV, hacemos la magia. Erika Leo. Claro que sí, Erika. Hacemos la magia. And, man, you're awesome, Erika. You're awesome. I was wondering if you were going to make it on time, and you were working on it behind the scene. Man, awesome.
I'm going to try to learn how in Spanish, how to say download the app for LatinoRadio.com. But I'm going to learn how to say it in Spanish. I'm going to do it. You wait.
Descarga la aplicación de LatinoRadioTV.com.
And I've been practicing. I really have. So I'm going to get down to it.
You did great, man. You did great on that promo, man. It's like, I think even you sent me like 4 of them, and even like your worst one was great, man. It just kept getting better.
I get nervous, but yeah. And
Johnny, how's it? Did you go to your mom's shop? Yeah, that's true, man. You gotta take care of mom. Johnny, you gotta take care of mom. Now I'm gonna have to have extra bills con como la que está allá en New Mexico. Mi sidekick allá, Annalie.
Yeah.
You'll beat me up, Johnny.
Johnny.
Dice Johnny, they're looking wonderful as always. Yes, she does.
Thank you, Johnny. So kind.
Man.
Thank you so much.
We're like Beauty and the Beast. Beauty over here, beauty over there. Like, kill is the beauty. I'm like the beast part of it, man. Now, in your case, you're both beauties.
Yes, they are. He's got a beautiful wife, and he's so handsome too.
Oh man, I tell you, man,
a wonderful artist, and working with Daniel Lee Gallegos, awesome. Totally, couldn't go any wrong.
Right? Órale.
Yes, right now I got to introduce
no,
beautiful,
no
ANIKKA GARZA.
Yeah,
that's what we have tonight.
So we got, oh man, and man, Man, she did awesome right now. I want to talk about it in a little bit, but let's bring her in all the way from New York City by way of California. She was in Paris for the last 2 weeks, spent a month in Argentina, and she came down to Guadalajara, and she's back with us in the Valley. She was on tour. Let me tell you, let's bring her in.
Hi guys.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You are totally awesome.
Thank
Man,
you.
I want to tell everybody what you just did.
Go ahead. Fill them in.
You just floored my man. Really, the CEO of Latino Radio TV. She was in working on some stuff, guys. Erika Delo was out here working on some stuff, getting ready, some stuff ready for the show, and she happened to be in there. And I said, "Let me introduce Erika to you, Erika." And Erika, yeah, really. And I said, she sings, and Le Volada. You know that this is the key, man. Erika de Volada says, "Okay, sing me something."
On the spot.
And what did you do? You sang, man, and you picked the right song, and you were right on it, and right when you sounded your first note, by your first note, Erika was like, and by the third note, she was like, and by the fourth note or fifth note, she was like, and inside I could feel like the little hearts were going and ideas were going, and after the end, what did she tell you? Get
ready to work together. I would love to write songs with you. Or
I wants to work with you, man.
So let's work. And I was like, I'm so down. I'd be honored.
Opportunity, guys.
I heard you on La Chingona, and I'm like, oh my God, that voice is so amazing.
Yeah. Dice Erika, we are so excited to be here. We love you. Hey, Alicia, nice to meet you.
Hi, girl.
Dice Johnny, hey, here you go, Arika, a voice from heavens. You're
amazing. That's what we said the other day.
Oh, man, yeah. Hey, family, hey, her voice is amazing.
But I want to ask you, I want to start out by asking you, what was the talento más talento? How did you start there? You were what, 16 years old?
Oh, yes. Actually, I was 15 years old.
15?
And this was back in, I believe, 2013. So that was like a show that my family and we always watched together on the I think it's Estrella Network. We would always watch it together, and we were like, one of these days you're gonna get on that show. I want you to pursue your dreams and get on that show. And I was 15. I was still learning about myself, finding my voice, especially being in mariachi in high school and in middle school. I was still kind of finding my voice, and I knew that I didn't want to just stay there. I wanted to expand as much as I could, and in the music industry, and just I guess try to find my voice in every type of style that I could, to find myself. But I knew that since mariachi was my strongest point at the time, I was like, I'm going to use that to my advantage, get on the show and see what goes from there. So I got on the show, 15 years old. I made it all the way to the elimination round at the beginning, and I got a standing ovation for the first elimination round. The first one appears on TV, and I was like, wow. Like, I told my mom when I got back home, I'm like, Mom, that's my standing ovation on TV. She's like, you're such a liar. I'm like, no, it's mine. Because we would always see a lot of like the amazing singers and acts get standing ovations, and she never I never thought I'd be able to be honored to get that. But I did, and I was just so proud of myself. But like at the same time, super nervous because as a 15-year-old, I didn't have a lot of experience.
You didn't look nervous. That song, Kusume?
No, man.
Oh my God!
Oh yes.
Right? Oh,
yeah, I did for the elimination round, and then I ended up making it all the way to the finals by the end of that season. And as a 15-year-old, to be able to make it to the finals in that competition the first time, like it's a milestone for me. So like, and of course, I've come a long way since there.
That face you had that you gave the judge, the ball, that was like amazing. You look so beautiful the way you were dressed, and that face. I had to watch that video several times. That face. If you go back and look at it, I don't know. You usually don't realize, what.
Yeah, I know. Like you kind of reevaluate it again.
Yeah, you eyed him. Like, I don't know. It's just so cute the way you see him.
Thank you. Sometimes I cringe looking back. I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I sing it like that? Or, because I was young, I was learning. But I mean, it was a great experience, a learning experience. So,
but it was awesome. And the way you said, I sing songs de viejitos.
I practically said that because I love old music. Like I've always loved old songs.
It's the best. It's the best. You go to the classics. Annalise says, Erika, Garza, you are so breathtaking. And bendiciones. Facebook friend dice, thanks for your great vibes to all. Anika, it has a really lovely voice, and if she sings my letters, wow, would be awesome. And let me tell you something about Erica. Erica is pure heart. Her deal is el amor todo lo cura.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I mean, it's like,
I mean, I connected to her right away. As soon as she's like, sing a song, I'm like, okay, I'll sing a song, like on the spot, And I really love that vibe, like that kind of energy, the good energy that you're able to connect with people, and it's kind of like off the bat, you really feel like a friendly vibe with people. So
and you picked the right song.
The right song. I love that song. I'm always choosing that song. Like for every competition that I competed in, is one of my favorites.
Sing it right now. Sing it right now. Yeah. It was awesome.
Okay. Here goes. It's La Gata Bajo la Lluvia, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃. I hope you like it. Amor, tranquilo, no te voy a molestar. Mi suerte estaba echada, ya lo sé. Y sé que hay un torrente dando vueltas por tu mente, amor. Lo nuestro solo fue casualidad, la misma hora, el mismo bulevar. No temas, no hay cuidado, no te culpo del pasado, ya lo ves, la vida es así. Tú te vas y yo me quedo aquí. Yo verás, ya no seré tuya. Seré la gata bajo la lluvia y maullaré por ti. Thank you.
Wow. Well, guys, that's it for tonight. I mean, how do you top that? How do you top that?
Not edited or anything. I'm just like mesmerized.
Wow. Man. And you know what? You sound awesome, man, because it's pure. I don't know. I don't think you have any mics or anything. It sounds. It's just you. Raw. Awesome you.
I'm just in the moment. So
you're in the zone. We were talking about it on the show last night. You're in the zone. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Wow. ¿Qué dice? Alicia dice, smooth, but okay, I guess that's your old lingo there. Dice Johnny, my Lord, amazing, unreal. And it's so, Johnny. I mean, you should have seen our CEO, man. She was like, wow, she totally fell in love with it. She's watching the show. Normally, Erica's watching the show. Trust me, she's in.
I love that song. I always like to interpret it differently. So I always like to interpret that song differently because it's one of my favorite songs ever since I was little. Yeah. And since it has that old style, because it's Rocío, I always kind of lean towards that old, like, 50s type of vibe. I know, she's amazing. Oh, man. One of my inspirations for sure. So
yes. I can't even talk right now because it's like
I mean, you're awesome, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Wow. So where do we go? How was your day? I went to have some lunch and this.
I just actually came back from my workout right now.
Yeah. I seen that you work out a lot too, right?
So what's
excuse me. Tejanos United in Cristo, how did that come about? How did they approach you? How did that happen with Geneva?
That was such a beautiful experience. Well, I mean, it kind of tracks back to Geneva always kind of being a mentor for me since I was a young girl. I actually met her at I think one of my very first performances growing up. I was like 13 or 14, and she was on the lineup. Shout out to Mr. Lucas. He was like the first radio producer to ever kind of help me out and put me out there for exposure. And it was for his festival, his music festival for the church that we were participating in. I think it's called St. Joseph the Worker Church. And it was one of my first performances. I was 13, 14, and she was on the lineup. And I remember meeting her there, and she was like, oh, I'm from Elsa too. And I told her I was from Elsa as well. And I think we just connected from there ever since I was at like 13. And we connected from there, and I would see her at shows. She would, she was a judge for one of the competitions I was in. And we kind of became like more close as I grew older. But funny, well, it's not a funny story, but it's like an amazing, like, it's kind of funny. I actually, before I met her at that performance in the 7th grade, I heard her on the radio, and I think it was mi droga, mi adicción. And I told
Oh,
my
yeah.
mom, my mom was sitting right next
Tito
to me.
Pablo sings that, don't they? Oh, I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah.
I was telling my mom, I was like, Mom, I want to meet her one day. Like, I want to sing with her. I want to sing like her. She's so amazing. And lo and behold, like years later, she decides to invite me on to be a part of the Tejanos Unidos en Cristo, which is, a team of 25 amazing, talented women in the industry. Yes. And she chose all of us, for a purpose, is to sing for the Lord and to showcase our talent. And it was just amazing to be able to be a part of that environment, to learn from these women and to gain exposure and experience from them. A lot of them, have been in the industry for many years, for decades, like Michelle Hilares, LMD, or like
Patsy Torres.
And of course, there were upcoming ones like me and Alyssa.
Mónica Saldívar.
And Mónica Saldívar. So many amazing artists. And to be a part of that environment, to learn from them, and for them to kind of take me in, and guide me, and not there was no envy, there was no jealousy. It was all just supportiveness. No. I loved being a part of that environment. And, it kind of gave me that leap to connect more to God, but also to be more supportive and to just, I guess, have that sense of self in my journey as a musician. So it was an amazing experience.
I was invited by Mara G. She sent me an invitation to come, and I couldn't make it.
Oh, really? That would have been so great. I would have met you there.
I know. It would have been an honor. I mean, it was an honor enough just to receive the invitation.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah. I mean, even to this day, like, I think back, I'm like, man, I want to relive those memories again. Like, I to be able to do to go back to Freddie Records and record the record with them, and to be able to do the video shoot at the island. Like, I think back, I'm like, wow, those were just memories.
All dressed white, so amazing.
Yes, for sure. And then we just had a performance for 4th of July here in my hometown in Elsa, Texas. We had a performance for for 4th of July. So we were able to showcase that, that song, our single here in the Valley, and kind of just, spread the word. And
it's so amazing how many talented people live there. And,
I know. It's
so
incredible, actually. And not just here, like all over the Valley. There's so much talent here.
Yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I always like to ask. I seen you as the guitar, or is that? Yeah, he knows.
Oh my gosh, I was so little.
Hey, we think that on the same line, Hilda and I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was so young there. I was like, I think 19 or 20. My friend and I went to Guitar Center, and we always like to kind of mess with the guitars there. Of course, we asked for permission, but we were there, and I'm like, I want to grab a guitar and play a little tune or something, because I've always played guitar because I was in mariachi growing up, and I was a guitarist. So I grabbed one of the guitars, I started playing, and I kind of thought to myself, I want to do this. Like, I want to play guitar and actually write music. So it was then on that I started writing my own music and using my guitar with it. So it's been a great journey with that too. But I've always loved playing. And then that's me in the studio recording one of my singles that I released last summer. It's an R&B single.
So. And you look so happy there.
Yes. I was like, oh, so much things happening at the same time, so many happy things. But yeah.
But tell me about this picture. What's the deal with this picture?
That picture. Well, that was actually me, and I was on the radio tour with the Tejanos Unidos en Cristo.
All right.
And we were at I think it was BNet in Houston. And I decided to write my name on the wall. I'm like, I'm gonna leave it, because we were all writing our names on the wall, and I'm like, I'm gonna leave my signature here, and kind of like leave my tracks behind. And I kind of made a post about it, and it was really sentimental to me, because it was one of the first times that I was able to interview with the girls and share my experience as an artist.
Wow. No, that's pretty cool. Oh man. So let me sing us the song. Sing us the song. Everybody's been hearing this song. I've been on Hen Dog Show, and man, I played that video that I created with your pictures, but your music like twice already,
really?
and we're gonna play it later on tonight. But sing us a little bit of that song.
You want me to sing it live?
Or you know what? Yeah, sing it.
Okay, here it goes. Si mañana no me ves. I hope y'all like it.
Si mañana no me ves.
Sé que nada pasará. Si mañana no me ves. Y tengo que asimilar que por este corazón ya no tienes interés. Nunca fui tu prioridad, ni tu centro de atención. Y tengo que asimilar que si estuve ya no estoy dentro de tu corazón. Me haré pasar por una chica más que puede estar sin ti, que no se siente mal, y voy a sonreír para que pase desapercibida mi tristeza. Con madurez me voy a retirar y por primera vez prometo no llorar y voy a sonreír para que pase desapercibida mi tristeza. Nunca fui tu. Okay, I'm gonna end it there because it's a long song. It's like
it's a long song, but man, I mean, there we go. Oh, Hilda's throwing David, but we got Father, hallelujah, that voice. Oh my God. I mean, that's like cool. And then Shelly over here, of course, throwing the heart.
That brings like something to the heart, you know.
It's actually it's a very sentimental song because it's about heartbreak. Yeah, it's about heartbreak. Yes. But it also has some parts like about love. It's a mixture of things, but I mean it's very, very expressive, and that's what I try to express as much emotions as I can, no matter like the experience that I have. You know,
I listened to that several times. You know, I love it. You know, really, I kept listening to the video. Yes, I kept listening to the video that Ray put up. Like, so I go to Spotify and I listen to it. You know?
Especially with the pictures, because you get to see like my journey as I go, and I loved it.
The graphics on you're on this single, that's a beautiful, I mean, graphics that I don't know who did it.
Like art, I know. Actually, I was speaking to LMD about it. I was like, you know, when she was telling me about it, the process of it, she's like, oh, it can be marketed on any platform, on any, and you know, universally. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. And I started to kind of like envision it in different parts of my musical journey. And I'm like, you know what? I trust it. I feel like it's gonna, you know, capture the people's attention. It's gonna, it's gonna emote the song, you know. And I'm glad that I'm getting feedback about that, because it really is like, I love the picture. I love, you know, the marketing behind it. So I'm glad that people are loving it.
I look at it, you know, not that I'm an expert in stuff, you know, but I look and I'm like, that's a beautiful picture. And then the graphic, the detail,
the design too. I mean,
you did a great
job.
You're
working with like the best, you know. I mean, like seriously, and like a lot of the pictures, like graphic or design. A lot of people don't put up, you know, good stuff. Now this is like awesome,
and there's so much more to come. I can't wait to be able to share that. You know, so much more to come. So much, you know, exciting projects in the works. So stay tuned for that.
Well, let me show you. Go ahead.
And also, what about McAllen? You were in La Voz McAllen, right?
Oh, yes. I was part of that because they usually have, I mean, I've always kind of been known to compete in a lot of local competitions. I tried Tejano Idol. I made it, I think, top 5 there. And of course, how I met Shelly through Finding the Next Diva Tejana. I was, I think, 18 or 19 at the time. I participated in that, and I made it to the final round, top 5. And I always tell my mom, was like, I'm not doing this to win. I'm not doing it to be number 1 or to, you know, to get a prize. I'm doing it for exposure. I'm doing it because I love to sing, and I love to share that with my audience, with whoever who's willing to listen to me and wants to connect, you know, with my music. So, you know, La Voz McAllen, they were around, and I was telling my mom, I'm like, I want to try it out, and I want to get back into the competing scene, even though it's been a while. It had been a while since I competed locally and stuff. So I was like, I want to try it out, see where it takes me, if I meet new connections, new people, because I love to meet new people too in the competing scene. I love to learn about, you know, their music journeys as well and connect with other artists. So I participated in it, and I made it all the way to the top 4, and I was the last female standing. and I ended up getting second place. Wow. So it was an amazing experience. I learned a lot from the judges, I learned a lot from the judges. You're welcome. Yeah, I learned a lot from the judges, from my artist friends, and I was able to kind of just trust the process, and it really did help me with exposure as well. But I think in general, in the span of my life, like all of these competitions adding up together, I'm like, wow, like if it weren't for them, I really wouldn't be here right now, because I needed that exposure to be here. I needed to earn the fans and earn their trust, and to kind of connect with all these, Tejano icons in the industry. Like over time, they were like, oh, I saw you on Tejano Idol and I followed you on Facebook, and, I learned from them, and I kind of gained friendship through them too, as well, through that. Yeah. So it was fun.
You got a long resume under your belt, and you also studied, and you're in psychology, right?
Yes, I graduated with a bachelor's in psychology, December 2020. Yeah, it's already been 2 years, but yeah, I definitely want to continue my career in that field, because I love mental health, the study of it, to help people. So, especially because I kind of discovered music therapy, and I really want to dabble in. Yeah, I want to dabble in that as well, because it has to do with like
there's a music therapy place here in the Valley. God, who runs it? There's this girl that
Mercedes, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I met her at Wessel down in Brownsville. That's where I met her, and they have that music therapy going, and man, they've been doing really well in there.
Yeah, I know, and I had a friend tell me, she's like, I'll recommend you to them. I'm like, I would love that. Of course, I'm still learning, because I want to learn more of the therapeutic side of music first, because and tie it into psychology as well. So
right.
See how that goes for my future endeavors, and in 5 years from now, it'd definitely be like a goal of mine.
There you go, 5-year plan.
Well, I'm sure it goes.
Well, let me show you. Let me show you a couple more pictures, because people want to see some of your pictures. And
yes, go for it.
So this is you on a bicycle,
what tricycle.
Cool oh my gosh, I was like really confident there. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on the bike, all gordita and curvy, and just go with it.
Hey man, you're cool. Right? Hold on. Let me see. What did I do here? Man. Okay.
Yeah, but that was actually, again, that was okay, we'll talk about this one. We'll talk about this one. But this one is actually a performance with one of my music friends of mine, that he produced my first R&B single. Wow. Shout out to you. Yeah, he produced it last summer, and he invited me to perform this past February at Eatery in Westaco. So they did like a photo shoot and everything. So I've been using these photos as well, because I love the way I look here. I'm like looking directly at the camera, smiling and singing. So yeah, definitely an amazing performance that happened that night. I loved it.
Yeah, cool. Now tell me about this picture.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
I know.
Oh my God, I love this picture. I'm always posting this picture on like Father's Day every year, because it's my favorite picture with my dad and I. Because he kind of in a way introduced me to music a little bit, because every morning when we woke up, when we were growing up, my sister and I, he would have Tejano hits playing, or he would have Motown. I grew up on Motown because of him. Or he would have all these oldies playing every time we wake us up for school in the morning. But especially, like I said, Motown and Tejano. And I grew up on that, and he would always buy me karaoke machines, and kind of invest a little bit as I grew older, kind of invest in my singing moment, my singing career. And I think this was like, I don't remember. I think it was like a birthday party, and he pulled out the karaoke machine, and then we just started like singing together.
Wow.
But yeah, I was like, I think I was 4 here. I was 4, because I started singing at the age of 3. But yeah, I love this picture.
Wow.
And that's me with Myra. Shout out, Myra.
Myra.
All right.
That was at the performance. LMD, of course, my amazing producer. And then that was when we recorded the single with Crystal Torres, another member of the
Ellie has some cool glasses. I love wearing different color glasses.
Yeah. And here you are. I think I turned this one into a black and white. I think it was color, and I turned it into a black and white.
It was really pretty. I saw that. I'm like, oh, nice. I hadn't edited that way.
I'm a photographer. I come from the fashion industry and a photography, but I'm retired. So this is really cool.
As a hobby, part-time?
No. I was professional.
Oh, okay. But now it's kind of like you dial down.
I don't do it anymore. Now I'm just...
Now he just criticizes people. Not just
I'm from a teacher point of view.
No, just kidding.
This is really cool. I like this one.
That's a
that's one for that picture for the Tejanas Unidas and Cristo.
Yeah, like this one was in black and white, and I turned it into sepia. Because
it dialed it down. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I love
that one's
Love your cover, man.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
beautiful.
totally cool.
Yeah.
No,
And
we're
ad.
hold on. Let me stop sharing. Rookie move. But what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna share the video that we have, and after the video, we're going right into a break. And then don't go away. We'll be right
I'll
back.
be here.
We're right here. Hold on. Let me get to the video. Here it goes.
Sé que nada pasará si mañana no me ves, y tengo que asimilar que por este corazón ya no tienes interés. Nunca fui tu prioridad, ni tu centro de atención, y tengo que asimilar que si estuve ya no estoy dentro de tu corazón. Me haré pasar por una chica más que puede estar sin ti, que no se siente mal, y voy a sonreír para que pase desapercibida mi tristeza.
Wow. You know what? Here comes the break, guys. Rookie move again. Here we go.
¿Quieres saber quiénes están detrás de los micrófonos de latinoRadioTV.com? Bueno, sigue nuestra programación. Pensamiento y reflexión. Coaching a tu servicio. Crecer para trascender. Actitud y pasión. Metamorfosis. On Radio. Con aroma de café. Royal y Adriana Show. Se crea y emprende. Saber que se puede. Llaves para el alma. Tiempo de vivir. La cultura y el mundo. Versatilidad Music. Tejano Music Show. Amor infinito. Música y algo más. Impulso positivo. Entre mexicanas. Conozcamos a... Somos una emisora 100% humanista y ya nos escuchan en más de 90 países. Sintoniza latinoRadioTV.com y sigamos creciendo todos juntos. Y que digas junto a nosotros, yo soy Latino Radio TV.
Wow. And this has been the 4th year anniversary of Latino Radio TV, guys. And so definitely download your application so you can hear the show tomorrow. Tomorrow, this show will be on the air. You can either go to LatinoRadioTV.com and see it on your computer, or you can listen to it on the app, downloading the application. It will be tomorrow, Friday, 7:30 Miami, New York time, and 6:30 p.m. Texas time. So you'll be able to see or hear the audio of this show tomorrow and listen to her amazing voice. And wow. You're just awesome. Let me get to some comments here. Dice Lupe, wow. Dice, wow. How beautiful. What a rich and silky voice. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Oh, man. Dice, aquí, we love you, Annika, from mom and dad.
They're my biggest supporters. They're always with me. So I appreciate it.
Laura Cameron's from Florida, and then we got Lupe Lescano listening in from Ohio.
And there we go, Shelly Ladders. Yes, Florida. That's why I stay. I'm the powerhouse. This Anna Hyde is Anna Lee. Dice it's an angel singing. Annika, it is. Oh yeah, we love her, Shelly. Great job, remarkable.
Thank you so much.
Shelly says thank you. We just getting started. She is amazing. Yes, the sky's the limit, and I'm sorry, but opportunity knocks, and I saw a way to create nothing to gain here, just putting one person and one person together, and that's what we do in this show. And ĒRIKKA is a writer. She's a poet. She is.
And I love that she told me that she was a poet, because I'm a poet
too as well.
And she's going to. She's got a lot of poems, and she's going to want you to sing that poetry, which could become songs. Of course, right? That makes sense. But that's just a classic move. And of course, I kind of told her, hey, take her on your show as well. And again, so man, hey.
So I'm glad she shared that with me, because I told her, I'm like, I write poetry too, and I've always loved to transform my poetry into music. Sometimes I don't, because I like to leave it as is, as poetry, but I mean, sometimes there are opportunities, you see it and you turn it into music, and it becomes even better than the poem. So I'd love to work with her and turn that into something great.
So any points on hand that you can read to us, or that kind of deal?
Yeah, I was actually telling my family the other day, I'm like, I have like tons of poems. I definitely want to write a poetry one of these days. One of these days, I want to write a poetry book.
So who inspired you to sing? Or was it your grandpa? Because I know at the age of 3, you said you started singing. And I know you, in that video, you said that your grandpa.
My dad, actually.
Oh, your dad?
Actually, I nobody in my family sings but me. And my sister, she would sing a little bit, but like, if she really never cared for the art of it. And me, like, I started singing from the age of 3, like, just on my own. I would hear, the little entradas to novelas, like telenovelas, like La Mochila Azul, or I think the first song I ever sang was Ya Me Voy Pa La Barranca. It's an oldie but a goodie. And that's one of the first songs I sang. And they heard me, like, one of these, I was 3 years old, I was in the living room, and they're like, ANIKKA can carry a tune. She can sing. She's only 3, but she can sing. We can hear her. Let's dive into that and see where she, where she can go from there. Maybe put her in a program or in voice lessons. But they never really, like, they never really wanted to push me as a little kid. Not too far, not yet, until I reached the age of 10, and they're like, there's a mariachi program in school. Join the mariachi program. So I joined the mariachi program, and actually it was by force, because I was super nervous. I've always been kind of introverted and shy, but my mom, she was like always my biggest supporter, and she always pushed me to do it, to reach the sky. And I finally decided, at 10, I was like, what, I got to do it. It's going to be an opportunity to sing and to learn an instrument. So I decided to be a part of the program, and from there on to my senior year of high school, I was in the mariachi program, and it kind of started out as a 3-year-old. So I mean, it's been amazing. So.
And how does the poetry come into play in all of this?
Well, in high school, I had an English teacher who we had like an English poetry project.
Right.
And she read one of my poems, and she was like, wow, like, you are amazing. You should go to Austin, the hub of poetry, and start writing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's amazing coming from a teacher. I never thought that I'd get that kind of, the kind of feedback with a project, with an assignment. So it was, I think from then on, I kind of started, because before that, I always loved poetry, but I never really felt good enough. I always thought that I wasn't great. I wasn't going to be like a great poet.
Right.
I've always looked up to, like, Emily Dickinson and.
Oh man, wonderful.
Poems. Yeah, and then she read my work. She really loved it, and I told her, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make a promise. I'm gonna start writing more poetry and believing in myself. So it was kind of a hobby on the side. I even published some of them on like poetry sites as hobbies and stuff. But I'd love to one of these days really publish a poetry book and have my work out there so people can really connect with me as not only as an artist but as an individual. But that's how it started.
Wow, man! And so, which is your favorite Emily Dickinson poem?
I really love I think it's the one. Let me read it to you.
There you go.
I'll read it to you because it's like really sentimental. Most of them are, because she was a very sentimental poet.
Yes, yeah.
And I even have like a poetry book and everything, like, of her poems. So let me read it to you. I have it saved here in my phone.
Oh, man, it's amazing what you can do with phones nowadays, man.
I know. Okay,
I'm gonna read it.
40 years ago.
Hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. It's about hope. and I've always kind of like been a hopeful person, and I've had my moments in life where I lost hope, but I feel like poetry and music have kind of led me into that direction of being more hopeful because it's who I am. So when I'm able to be who I am with my audience, with the people that love my singing, I'm my best self. So I think that's where I get that inspiration from poetry, just being hopeful.
Yeah, well, Emily was born in Massachusetts, and she's a Sagittarius. In case you didn't know,
I know. I see it. I'm a Sagittarius moon, so I connect with her.
Well, you know me, I'm Sagittarius too, so that's where the connection came in. But yeah, wow, amazing. So read us another poem, one of yours, another one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna get a little deep here and personal.
That's cool, man. That's
but
what
I
the
hope you
show's
guys
for.
like it. Yes, I hope y'all like it. I have a lot, but I'm gonna choose one of my favorite ones. And some of, mind you, some of these I do want to turn them into songs.
Yeah.
But for now, they're the art of poetry.
Hey, somebody could be out there that's hearing you to read this poem and says, "Yeah, we're not."
Like, that can be a song.
Yeah, that could be a song.
Okay, I'm gonna read this one. Yeah, but a lot of these I kind of like have them stored on USBs and everything. I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna write a poetry book. Right. I already know it.
Cool, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you have them written down on some spiral, and now you've brought them into, you type them up, and they're on an app, and I mean, wow, it's amazing.
I know. I mean, I have over 500 poems on my phone.
Wow,
dude! Wow.
And then I have like another 50, I think, written somewhere because I don't really. I like usually write them on my phone, or I do write them down, but I have like 500.
Man, I hope they're protected. I hope they're protected.
No, yes, they are. I have them.
Your phone crashes, and oh my goodness, no.
Okay, this one's called "Gift of Purpose." I hope you guys like this one.
There you go.
Beneath the broken soul's smile lies the laughter of a child. Behind the curve of her mouth lie the secrets her heart can't get out. Silent hours of peace, her eyes wander and see. Obscure memories cause she fails to believe. Her doubts turn into wishes, and her thoughts turn into dreams. One day at a time gives her hope to still sing. Oh, faithful daydream, the future awaits. No longer she cries over wounds of past hate. The present is her gift. A life of color she lives to paint. An artist with vision, she captures beauty in the rain. A lover in the dark, catching light from afar. The moment her soul smiles, the world marvels at such delicate art.
Oh, man. That's deep.
What you think? Thank you.
That's deep, man. That's. Oh, ¿cómo hacen?
The Gift of Purpose. Oh, yeah. What do you call them?
I go to poetry. I go to poetry stuff. I read a couple of points. Awesome. I read a couple of points. Some of these. I'm not really big into it, but there was a coffee shop that used to do poetry night, and I would go and I would do a poem on chess every time I would go and do a poetry on chess. Yeah, something crazy that I would come out.
Especially spontaneous. I feel like the spontaneous ones are the best ones, but it can be a little like.
No. Mine were just mediocre at best.
I did a little fast to it.
Yeah. No, but it's
that
good.
Was the Gift of Purpose. And
pero dice Anna Lee here is that you are a deep ocean of inspiration.
Wow, that meant so much.
That's poetic.
Thank you so much.
That's poetic too, man.
That's poetic. I love when people are like poetic with me because I love writing it.
Dice Laura, I tried writing poetry once, but I kept rhyming everything with tree, so it was a little less deep.
Oh my god, I used to rhyme a lot actually, but I kind of learned different poetry styles and kind of
Have you ever thought of collaborating with anybody?
Vocally or
yes, like
with many artists right now.
How about Shelly?
Oh my gosh, I'd love to, but she's retiring. So
I know.
But there's a lot of artists right now that are like up and coming that I'm like, wow, we would be so amazing together if we release something together, a duet or something.
Yeah.
Since you love Rocío Dulce, have you thought of doing something that her and Juan Gabriel sang?
I have sang a lot of their songs in the past, like for
with a calibrate, a cow with a male,
I have, and I love singing with male, as a duet. Like I know, at one point for a competition we had to sing a duet with a male, and we did. Well, was it a competition? I think. Oh no, it was like a performance. But we really wanted to do the song from Christina Aguilera with Alejandro Fernández.
Right.
I think it goes, Fuiste ave de paso, you know, I think it's that one. Hoy tengo ganas de ti. That one. We really wanted to do that one, and that was like as close as I came to singing with someone, like with a male, to perform, you know, a duet together. And I would love to do that with somebody and kind of like share something different with the world, you know, something new, something fresh.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Wow. Yeah, because who is it? El Destino, Jimena sings it. It's really nice. I know it. I just right. He's just talking too much.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You know, cool. But let me ask you, what's in your future plans? You know, you know, hey, I hate to be, you know, okay, what's your 5-year plan? But you know, what are your plans? What are your plans? What?
Well, this is one of my favorite questions. I love this question a lot because I mean, I get to reflect a little bit on what I want to do as far as, you know, personal endeavors, but also, you know, as an artist. And I, you know, in terms of me being in the future, like 5 years from now, I definitely want to see myself, you know, back in school, hopefully graduating with a master's degree.
There you go.
And definitely, you know, leaning towards that poetry side, writing a poetry book and publishing it.
There you go.
And of course, working on more albums. I'm working on EPs and then, you know, more singles and more music, you know, with different artists. But just being I feel like being more close to my fans and being able to connect with them more. Because now I'm kind of still, I'm an upcoming artist. I'm getting to earn the trust of the fans, and I want to be able to know them and connect with them in 5 years from now and be able to.
Well, that's great. Wow. That's great. And you know, perform as much as possible, you know, because again, and a lot of times, believe it or not, one of the reasons we have this show, Hilda's the music person. I'm not the music person. As you know, I'm sure a lot of you know that my music background is, I mean, I mean, I have a minor in music, but I started listening to Tejano music when I met Ruby Ann and now Hilda. I'm listening to Tejano music. I did not listen to Tejano music before. When I was a kid, I listened to the greats, you know, all the greats. I'm talking about Agustín Lara, Pedro Infante, Luis Aguilar, you know, Lola Beltrán, you know,
across the board, the greats.
The pillars of, you know, Spanish music, that kind of deal. But I was never into Tejano music. You know, I would pop, disco.
That was me. Music, I was always into like
classical jazz, classical music, Russian music, all of that. But now, man, I've fallen in love with it. I hear the music and I see the deepness and I see the passion, and it's just pure heart, you know. And I don't know if I mean, you went to college here in the Valley. I don't know. Did you go out of town for college, or was it just mainly?
No, I was here in the Valley, 𝗂𝘅𝗧𝗏. I graduated from here. So.
All right. So when you go, I don't know, when you go out of town to college, you know, at some point you're by yourself.
Right.
You know, you're by yourself in the room, and not that you're lonely or anything, but you're lonely for family. You know, you just feel like that's missing. And believe it or not, I went through that. I was in Austin at UT, and man, I remember one night. Guess what? I went to Spanish music. I went to my roots of music, and since then I remember, but I never put it together until I started doing the show. And I've said it before. Your roots are in the foundation of where you started music, and you go back to it, and man, you're going to become a very happy person, because that's where the joy comes from. That's where the passion comes from. And this is why when you guys sing with such passion, it just, I don't know, it just comes
from your heartstrings. And that's one of the things we wanted to do with LMD Productions. That's one of the things we really wanted to I guess display in the single, was we wanted it to be more vocally enhanced, vocal heavy, and we wanted it to be different in terms of not just that old traditional Tejano, but add a little bit of twist, add something that I grew up listening to, like for example Motown, or that mariachi essence of it. We wanted to blend them together and kind of create something unique. Right. You know, that's why I kind of relate to you in terms of that.
Because to think about it is there's evolution, you know.
Yeah.
We evolved. Music, Tejano music has to evolve, you know.
And it has been evolving.
And it has been. And the thing is, getting back to my point, the reason we do this show is, and I told you, is to get people from the outside of Tejano industry to become fans of Tejano music. And it's like right now, hey, Erica doesn't listen to Tejano music. Trust me, she
And
doesn't.
right now
And
she's
all of
probably
a
the
sudden,
star.
boom. Because of what you did with her right there on backstage, she's going to start listening to it. And, wow, it's amazing. You touch somebody. And in Europe, man, they go crazy for Spanish music. So
I know it's like
it's
big. It's a
amazing.
big
So,
market over there, and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
this cumbia. Like it was more so doing it for LMD more so because she wanted to kind of play with my voice and put it out there and see, kind of experiment with the Tejano world. But also she
yeah,
knows, and we know, that we really want to dive into bigger things like go international maybe.
yeah,
And maybe expand the voice to different styles and
yeah.
across the board and see where it
Right.
gets how far it gets me. I mean, I hope that with time I'm able to evolve that that sound and reach different audiences in different places. I mean, it'd be an honor to do that. So
No,
Well, you're doing
especially
so
with
well already. I mean, your single just came out and already made it to Rudy Trevino's top
I
20.
know.
Oh my
I remember
God, it's not
waking up
easy to
that
get
day.
up there.
I was like, wow, this is an amazing accomplishment.
It's not easy to get up there.
And
I mean,
a lot of my
everybody
friends, a lot of
strives.
my
Uh-huh.
amigas in the industry, they're like, that feel the moment because not a lot of people can.
yeah,
It's hard to get up there. It's hard to be on the charts
Very hard.
and for me to be there, as an upcoming artist, number 20,
Yes.
it's an honor. It's an amazing
Yes.
accomplishment.
man, yeah.
Awesome. Mm-hmm.
And you know what? The thing about that I like from you, and I discovered that tonight, is you take the chance. You go after the opportunity. The opportunity arrived tonight, and you took it. You didn't back
Yes.
up. You didn't freeze. You didn't. Man, you delivered.
And that's just
And
a pre-test. I was like, oh, I just came back from my workout. Like, I'm just gonna hop on real quick.
oh
And right
man,
now,
no,
too, I
well,
came
I
out
mean,
and
the
I wanna get
pretest.
ready.
Hey, quite frankly, the pretest was good, but tonight backstage, you killed it, girl. You,
Thank
I mean,
you.
the pretest was good. Don't get me wrong.
I think the
And,
princess Royal was more nervous than you were. He's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
calling her to call her. I'm like, I don't have her
yeah.
number. I used to have
And
everybody's number.
and
I
and
don't have her
tonight,
number. You were on before I was.
man,
Uh-huh.
tonight
Yeah.
you just killed it, man. It's
Thank
like, man,
you.
as they say, you hit a home run, you did a touchdown, you slammed that ball after the
Slam
goalpost and
dunk.
did your little dance, and oh man, it was awesome. It was awesome, and just to see Erica just going,
What did
wow,
she say?
And it's the
She's
first
on?
time I meet her too. So like it's
yeah.
like
I mean,
I get to meet new people, and I love that to meet new people,
yeah.
connect with them. That's what it's all about. So
Yeah. No, it's cool. Listen, ¿qué dice acá? I like Canadian country music. Do something. Do somebody know why my profile picture does not show I'm a Facebook user, Erica? Though I don't know, Erica. You have to let StreamYard. I don't know. Allow StreamYard to let you go in there.
yeah,
Erica, the host
it's not
making a
allowing me
money.
access.
Yeah, dice block suspended or something from Facebook. I must just love.
To be discussed.
Oh yeah, okay, Erica. Annika, thank you for being so awesome. So,
Thank you
and
for
speaking of
supporting.
awesome, sing us another song.
Yes or what? Let's do an English one this time.
Hey, English,
I do a lot of
Spanish,
English.
French, whatever you want.
Oh my gosh! I actually at one point I wanted to learn how to sing Italian because I
There
love
you go.
Wow.
Well, I mean, did you ever study music? Were you ever a music?
No, just I
major?
know in a lot of my family they wanted to push me to do that, but I was like, no, I want to lean towards the mental health side of
Right,
things.
right.
And I basically just was part of the Mariachi program in high
Yeah.
school and middle school, and then in college I just was. I think I took one class for credit, a music class, a singing class with a friend of mine, and that was it. But I've never really studied music
Self-learned.
professionally.
Let me ask you this: do you have a guitar around?
Not right now, actually. It's getting fixed. I would have loved to play, but it's getting fixed. I freaking popped the string, so it's getting fixed.
Oh man!
Another
Well, I
thing
got a
is
friend of mine, ¿cómo se llama? Isaac, man, and one time his last string popped. His E string popped, and
Really?
he had a performance right there, right in front of Wessel, and he was playing the guitar with 5 strings, and
Oh my
yeah, I
God.
kind of like
That's
this.
happened to me before. Actually, on several occasions for the mariachi competitions I was in, there
Oh
were
my
times where my strings would pop, like 1 or 2 strings would pop, and I just had to keep playing. I'm like, the show must go on. Like, I can't
Yeah, yeah.
stop. So it happens.
Bueno, échate la canción, hombre.
Okay, yes. Let's look for a song here.
All right, we got about 7 minutes. Do this song, and then we'll have an exit because this show has to be on the air under an hour.
Oh, okay. We got this.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna sing "If I Ain't Got You" by Alicia Keys. I hope y'all like it.
All right.
Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things define what's within, and I've been there before, but that life is so poor, so full of the superficial. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't good to you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
I like that. No, you go.
Awesome. Oh my God.
Oh man, chills.
That is
Wow.
I love
awesome.
Any opportunity I get, I love to sing some R&B, some blues, a little bit. But yeah.
Wow.
Man, I got a guy that you can do some R&B with, man. I had him on my show here a while back. 𝗏𝗟𝗏𝗏, man. 𝗏𝗟𝗏𝗏 would be cool for you and him, or even it's the St. James, man. That would be awesome. Yeah, I need to hook you up with Coco Reyes, and she's
whenever I'm down. I'm down for any new collaborations. I'd love to.
Wow. So no, I'm just talking.
No, I know, but I mean, like you said, opportunity awaits. I'm down for any new
Hey, you know what?
I'd love to.
Yeah, that St. James, he's like what, 70, and he's awesome. He just threw out a new single.
Yeah.
Ray has different.
I have people also with R&B and jazz.
Yeah,
that's another show though.
Yeah, they're cool.
But it's
like totally separate from this one, right?
Yeah, it's totally separate from this one. Yeah.
I don't know anything about that, So.
But it's it is what it is. I do different styles.
That's so cool. You're very versatile then in your work.
Yeah. I mean, I have shows where I bring poets and artists, and I have another show with Ariana on Tuesday nights, and we talk about actually Monday mornings we talk about coaching. Just life coaching and stuff like that.
Okay. But we have the Monday brunch too.
And then we have the Monday
motivational stuff, right? Like motivational stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But on Mondays we come on at 10, and we have the Monday brunch, and we have we talk about whatever happened the weekend or whatever.
And Erica was asking about the Monday brunch.
What happened?
She loves it.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that. And then, but Monday we're gonna have a DJ come in from the Midwest. His name is Royal Martinez. It's about music, and he knows a lot of artists and stuff. So we're bringing him on Monday.
Well, I'll definitely tune in for that.
Yeah. And then on next Monday we're gonna have another one. Is my friend David from Imagen Guitars, and he's out looking for people like to do. Oh my god. Like to sponsor them and stuff for like bajo guitars and stuff like that. So
I'd love to form my own band one of these days. That'd be like basically another goal to do that.
Yes, so. I mean it can happen. You're very, very talented and awesome.
Thank you.
Wow, man!
It's time for us to go. So,
any last words there?
Yes. Well, I'm really thankful for the invitation. Thank you for having me. I hope that it's not the last time you see me.
No.
Trust me. Well, you're going to see me in Brownsville at Ruby.
Yes, Ruby Ann's.
Do a shout out for her. Do a shout out.
It's a shout out for Ruby Ann. Thank you for having me, girl, for your, Tejano 281 explosion event. I can't wait to be a part of it, to perform for you guys, for the fans. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be vendors. It's going to be a market spot. I hope y'all can make it out. But yeah, that's definitely
going to be
August 27th. And Royal's going to be there. Hila's going to be there. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, that's definitely coming up. And I mean, I just want to say thank you to all the fans, to the supporters out there, and to LMB Productions, for being able to support me and to motivate me to continue my journey and share my music to the world. And I can't wait to see what's coming up next and go from there.
I'm sure you've got a great future ahead of you. And thanks for coming on. and
Cool.
Shelly Lares as well for sending me your music.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Shelly, you're
Hopefully
awesome.
we can have her on as well.
Yeah, Shelly, let's talk, Shelly. We'll bring you on, and so and you know what? Anytime something comes up, a new single, whatever, give me a call.
Yeah,
and
awesome. I definitely will.
Once you come on the show, we'll share your stuff.
If we not even send you a link so you can pop in as a visitor.
Hey, I'd be so down. That's amazing. When we have next, we definitely have an EP. It's coming. It's going to be in the works soon. So,
well, if you're not busy, maybe tonight I'll send you a link for another show that I'm going to do later on. But
well, we will see. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'm available on the weekend too. So, like I said, keep an eye out, and I'm very appreciative of the invitation. And thank you all so much for having me.
We're thankful that you came on, and thank you so much. We're honored, and you have a wonderful weekend, a safe one at that. And
you too. You guys too. Thank you. Well, good night, you guys. Bye.
This is Royal, Hilda, another guy. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Gracias por acompañarnos en este stream y quiero recordarte que puedes vernos también a través de YouTube Latino Radio TV, la imagen que te atrapa. Latino Radio TV, la experiencia.